I don't know about you, but I love a good underdog story. Something new to the table that could cause a bit of a stir. Based on that, this particular brand could rename itself I'm really good, but you don't love me. Golf. Mate, how good is that? It's performed the best by a mile in every single category of this fitting. Yeah. I suppose we can say hello to your new set of irons. My Uber's here. I'm gonna have to dash. I'll be back. Yeah. Does that scenario look or sound familiar to you? Well, I'm actually very pleased to announce I think this is getting less and less common. You guys out there are willing to try almost everything. Name is maybe getting pushed to the side a little bit. It's still a big influence, but really, at the end of the day, performance and sticking it to your mates is key, right? Or you're gonna play the same set as your mates, off the shelf. They don't suit you, you don't really deep down like the look of them, you're gonna hack it round. But who cares, you're a full ball minion. Wow, I'm a So today, we got carried away at the intro, but we're going to be reviewing the Srixon ZX7 Irons. I've seen uglier things in my life. Very, very compact. It's the word I'd give this iron. So the reason we had all that intro waffle is because I'm today spending my time with, as I said before, arguably one of the most underrated products of 2020, 2021 and the foreseeable future. Lost my balance there if you didn't already notice. So this is the smaller, more refined brother of the ZX5. And because of that, it's trying to fall into that I'm a blade, I'm not a blade, but I want to be a blade, but I'm not a blade category. We are better player vibing, but we've got that distance and workability technology included. In layman's terms, what I mean by that is we haven't got bloody pogs hanging from it. You don't remember pogs, do you? Well, pogs in the UK, I know for sure, used to be included in packets of crisps, like weird shaped things. So what I'm trying to say is, if I just peek over my man breasts, which are actually getting smaller, you will notice that this iron does have included the Better Player Starter Pack. Thinnish top line, compact blade length, a narrower sole than the ZX5. And what that means is, if you want a bit more meatiness, the ZX5 is probably going to be your iron. But you're not going to listen to me, are you? No, you're going to get fitted and try them. Jokes aside, please do try them. I love that. Cracking feel, cracking sound, which you would probably expect. It is Japanese made, like you don't really need to know much more. But if you want to know more, these are a progressive set. 3 to 7 iron, for example, have a more rounded groove, where 8 to pitching wedge is more sharp, a bit more zippage around the greens. But this head is also multi-material. 3 to 7 iron, there is tungsten in the toe. You might just be able to make that out. And that is positioned on its 1020 carbon steel one-piece forged head. Ooh-wee, this thing does go. There is firepower under the hood of this thing. And mass is also positioned directly behind the sweet spot and around the perimeter of the iron to both improve the feel and workability. So for that reason, we're going to be doing the shot shaping challenge at the end. So I'm playing the 7 iron in this, and as I mentioned earlier, its intention is the Better Player, so you can expect a traditional loft of 32 degrees. Shaft, we have the Modus 3 120 stiff. I do want to keep going. It's a lovely experience. One thing I've noticed is I'm not getting a huge amount of spin. They've been like towards 6, high 5s. That was 5.2, which is quite interesting. Meaning, does that pull this more towards a mid-handicapper rather than a better player? Better player visuals, getting the distance, lowerish spin. Maybe that's where this sits. But again, that's for me. You will probably get completely different numbers. Okay. Awkwardly, I can't say it. Ruining the whole joke. Awkwardly close this. I did ruin it. So before we look at the numbers and then do the shot shaping challenge, the moral of this story is give everything a fair chance. If you want to try something, please try it. If it's better and you do deep down prefer it, go for it. It doesn't matter if it's popular or not. It's trying to make your golf game as good as possible. So don't pretend that your bloody Uber's arrived, all right? So you can then go home and purchase something off of an infomercial. Because if you do that, okay, eye poke. Right then, welcome to the lair of numbers. Why? Right then, so a few signs here telling me that this is, for the golfer, that it's an all-rounder, basically. It's definitely not blade. It's not performing like a blade. It's definitely that mid-tier category. So we've got the distance, 7 iron, 201 yards on average, 10 shots. That's not particularly short. And I shanked one, didn't I? I did, look, that's in there. So I'll get rid of that. That's not good, that was a chunk. All that for 2 extra yards, boom. But the real interesting thing is my club head speed was, I mean, that was a nice easy swing. I tend to do that with what I see down at the ball. If I see a distance iron, naturally I just try and smash it. I can't help it. Where this is, I can obviously see better player characteristics in this iron, and I've slowed it right down to 93 on average. I mean, I don't know what, some of them were still a bit iffy. So I'm not putting much energy in to get a crazy distance out of it, and that's partly down to the backspin number, 5520. So again, on the lower end of the better player spectrum. If this isn't spinning, the shot shaping challenge could prove very difficult, but we're going to see right now. So guys, thanks as always for watching. If you're not a part of TEAMAL, hit the subscribe button, click the bell notification so you get notified of every single video. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Streaming on Twitch. If you're new to the shot shaping challenge, first of all, welcome. Second of all, what we do here is play different shot shapes in a row, raw, to see how versatile a particular iron is. A lot of it's down to user error, lots of errors normally. But what we're trying to do is high draw, low draw, high fade, low fade, straight shot, and then to finish us off, a stinger. Let's go. High draw. Terrible swing, but it's going to work very nicely. A little bit like that. Or not. Get in the hole. Straight over it. Oh my. Oh, the low shots I've nailed. So try and get this under 200 RPM. Side spin. That looks good to me. Get that backspin going. 109. Check. To finish a very successful shot shaping challenge. I don't think we've done it all the way through in a while. The iron can take the credit, but I'd like to take some too. Stinger. Well, there you have it. The Srixon ZX7 iron. Stick it in the bucket to test in your next fitting.